If you're a student of yoga, a teacher, a seeker on any path, I want you to listen closely. What I'm about to share with you isn't just theory. These are the 5 most vital truths that I've discovered over 2 decades of practicing, teaching, and living yoga. And they're the secret to my success that transformed me from a practitioner into a guide, a coach, and a mentor. They've allowed me to pursue my passion and purpose, and they can be the ultimate shortcut for you to unlock a life of profound meaning, courage, and connection. My name is Jay, and I'm a yoga teacher and therapist, an Ayurvedic practitioner, and a student of life. And for 20 years, I've had the honor of guiding others through healing and wellness retreats, yoga trainings. But the greatest role has always been that of a student. The great master Paramahansa Yogananda, who wrote Autobiography of a Yogi, once said, "Life is the greatest adventure imaginable. To fathom the nature of spirit is the greatest adventure in the universe." And yoga for me has been that adventure. It's really been a journey into this vast inner landscape of the spirit. And on that journey, I've gathered 5 essential truths that have really kept me on the path and gave me success. And my deepest wish is to share them with you now so that you can live your own adventure and become even richer as a teacher, as a coach, a role model, and as a student. And I also think truth number 2 and number 3 will surprise some of you. So let's begin. So the first truth that I learned over the last 20 years is to anchor yourself in practice. The world will always pull at you. It's like a storm of distractions and obligations and noise constantly threatening to sweep you away. Your anchor is the storm in your practice. In Sanskrit, we call this sadhana, the sacred daily routine of your return to self. This could be your yoga postures or asana, the powerful breathwork of pranayama that awakens your soul, or the silent stillness of meditation. It can be prayer, chanting, or even a walk in nature. The form matters less than the commitment. I've learned this the hard way, and for years I was devoted. My daily practice was non-negotiable. But then life got busy. I let days and then weeks slip by. The difference was immediate and undeniable. Those calm waters of my inner world started to become choppy. I felt uncentered, unfocused, and reactive. Small challenges felt like mountains. And I realized that your sadhana has that cumulative power. Every time you show up, you're casting a vote for your own stability, your own energy, and your own joy. So don't let this endless distractions of the world convince you that anything is more important than this. Anchor yourself every single day. This is the foundation which everything else is built. Okay, truth number 2. Befriend your shadow. This is perhaps the bravest work we can do because society teaches us to present this kind of flawless versions of ourselves. But authenticity is not about being perfect, it's about being whole. And to be whole, you must be willing to turn around and face your own shadow. Now, the shadow is not evil. It's this part of you that you've denied. It's your insecurities, your fears, your unhealed wounds. It's the jealousy that flares when you see another's success, or the anger that erupts when you feel unseen. And for years, yoga taught me to see these parts, not with judgment, but with curiosity. Instead of being swept away by an emotion like jealousy or envy, I learned to ask, what is this telling me? Where does this come from? What part of me feels lacking? You see, this is the alchemy of mindfulness, to sit in the quiet fire of your own being and to get to know all of it, the light and the dark. This is real yoga, union. You learn to become your own therapist, your own guide, and by having these courageous inner dialogues, you can learn to acknowledge and really understand your shadow, and you can learn how to integrate it and prevent it from running your life from behind the scenes. Okay, truth number 3, keep great company. So there's that old saying, right? You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You see, energy is your most precious currency. So spend it wisely, my friends. Be ruthless in curating the company you keep. Surround yourself with people who nourish you, who challenge you to grow, who are also doing the brave work at looking at their own shadows. Seek those whose values resonate with yours on a soul level, because yoga is not just about the body, it's about uniting the body, mind, and soul, so you can live your life, your adventure to the fullest with purpose and joy. And for those you must be around who drain your energy, who live in judgment or negativity, limit your time. Set loving but firm boundaries. Notice how you feel around certain people. Does your energy expand or does it contract? Do you feel more open, relaxed, and authentic? Or do you feel more constricted, tense, and tight? Your intuition is your guide. When others project their limitations onto you, learn to let it pass through you like the wind. Protect your energy. And this is something we offer in this channel, deep energy work through visualizations and meditations. And always remember to keep great company and relationships, and you'll blossom. Truth number 4 is to savor the nectar of life. You see, in our quest for spiritual growth, it's really easy to become overly serious. But the path of yoga is also a path of joy. In Sanskrit, there's a word for this, and it's called santosha, which means contentment. It's this practice of finding joy in the here and now. This is the art of uniting with the simple, profound beauty of the world. It can be the warmth of the sun on your skin, or the unrestrained laughter of a friend, or that quiet loyalty of the pet that rests its head on your lap. It can also be things like gardening or forest bathing, or even just losing yourself in a moment with someone you love. Now, this isn't an indulgence, it's really an essential maintenance for the soul. It's how we regulate our nervous system, how we combat stress and anxiety, and how we keep our hearts open. One of the most downloaded programs that we teach you is to reset your nervous system through a specific yoga and Ayurveda protocols. If you're interested in that, you can check the link up below. We have a great course on that. Remember, consciously seeking and savoring these moments of contentment is one of the most powerful mental health practices I know. So find what brings you santosh and make it a sacred part of your life. Okay, truth number 5, this final truth is to learn the art of surrender. Now, this truth is perhaps the greatest. In yoga, we call it Ishvara Pranidhana. It means to surrender to a power greater than ourselves. You can plan, you can strive, you can control your actions, but you cannot control the results. Because life is this grand, mysterious, and untamable adventure. And there comes a point on the journey where your efforts must end and trust must begin. So think of yourself as a river. You can fight the current, you can crash against the rocks, and you can try to force your own path. Or you can trust that you're being guided, that every twist and turn is leading exactly where you need to go, to that vast, limitless ocean. You see, some of my greatest successes and most profound moments of peace came only when I finally let go, and when I stopped trying to force an outcome and just simply trust the flow of my life. is the practice of releasing your grip on expectations and really falling back into the arms of the universe. The late spiritual author Wayne Dyer said it perfectly: let go and let God, whatever that higher power means to you. So my friends, these are the lessons, the truths that I learned and discovered over the last 2 decades. To anchor yourself in practice, to befriend your shadow, to keep great company, to savor the nectar of life, and finally, to surrender to the flow. These 5 truths have been my map and guidance on this adventure of the spirit, and I offer them to you, not as a destination, but as a guide for your own unique journey. May your practice be your anchor in any storm. May you have the courage to embrace your whole self, and may you always trust the magnificent adventure of life as you continue to grow. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Peace and namaste.